Hello. So recently I decided to once again join the Young Liberal Society on Facebook. And this is a trend I've noticed among so-called liberals, that they're sort of following the Carl Benjamin model of adopting what seems to, well, like, was leading into much more like far-right politics and disguising that politics as liberalism. Or they've got this like wishy-washy, pappy, inconsistent and uneducated impression of what liberalism even is, what it entails. There's vastly different concepts of liberalism that have been developed since the end of the Enlightenment. A lot of it's economic liberalism and, advocating total free market economics, which led to the first industrial revolution and the mass exploitation of workers and whatnot. For a while I was going around calling myself a libertarian socialist because I do believe in sort of those kinds of notions, I think, more or less. I still very much sympathise with that movement and that ideology. I've taken to calling myself a conservative liberal. And you'd never find, I don't think, anyone in these sorts of circles, or in this group particularly, really saying, like, are you a liberal conservative or a conservative liberal? And it's like, well, we're just liberals. Liberals. We just believe in freedom. Yeah, like, what, really? What, absolute freedom for everyone? That's more or less anarchism then, isn't it? And you're treading into a different ideological sphere and you don't even notice. Because you have barely any education in any of these sorts of things. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And it's grim to have to listen to it. And then sort of, I join up this group again and I say, hello everyone, I'm back. Like, oh Jesus, I'm back. How is everyone? Just trying to be nice, just trying to be pleasant. And then this like cunt like worms his way out of the woodwork. It's like, have you found help for your weird fetishes yet? Like, I know exactly what sort of like little greasy mewling scumbag you are. You're just a fascist in liberal clothing. That's all you are. You're a cunt. Like, well, you're going to go after people with fetishes? Well, because it's not explicitly protected in human rights legislation where people have fetishes. Not strictly speaking paraphilia, by the way. But, yeah, a fetish. It's like a grey area of law, isn't it? It's not strictly speaking sexual orientation in terms of how that's articulated in law. However, it's just like a loophole that you can fucking exploit. Like, do you have not a more developed moral sense than that? Or are you like a legal positivist or what? You just things like, no, follow the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law. So, like, you don't think I deserve equality in society because I have a fucking fetish? Or I should get rid of it? Or are you advocating conversion therapy now? And what sort of slippery slope does that lead to? Well, gay people should be, like, having conversion therapy and so on. Because that's just a fetish or a paraphilia. Like people used to think. So, yeah, like, sorry dude, I think you're scum. Like, you're dirt on my shoe to me. Like, you're just like a greasy, horrible little fascist snake cunt thing. Like, yeah, like, sort yourself out, you gross little, like, scabby beetle creature. Fuck off out of my life. And don't harass me on the internet. Or, yeah, harass me on the internet, but guess what? I'm going to retaliate by doing this, you scumbag. Or, like, go wank yourself off the billionth time in front of the computer with your fucking neckbeard and you're on sort of like all like 4chan QAnon forums bleating about women and feminazis and all this sort of cunty crap. Is that more like it? And you're just like miserable and sad and alone in a horrible dingy little apartment with crisp packets and like empty packets of Krispy Kreme donuts on the floor and like stinking like half emptied like takeaway buckets and like your fat is just rolling off you like a fucking ocean, like an ocean of blubber, and one day you're gonna get found dead in your apartment after you succumb to an aneurysm or a heart attack or something after you've been like rotted for a week and the neighbours smell your decaying corpse. And they find you like a beached whale, half rotted. Because what a fucking sight to leave, eh? And no one would come to your funeral, probably. Not even your mum, because your parents probably hate you. So there's that. Fuck yourself. And people with fetishes, yeah, lots of bondage people actually become really successful. Because it's like a preserve of corporate elites, isn't it? A lot of the time. So, haha, fuck yourself. And go, well, yeah, go fuck yourself. Fuck off, leave people alone. Don't be a bully.